cat, change to happy cat. Sink the bum back to the heels. Chin comes to chest through angry cat. Gaze goes up to the ceiling through happy cat. Chin to chest and looking up. Breathing in as you come up, out as you go back down. In as you come up, out as you go down. All right, let's change this into lifting into angry cat and then down into cobra. Back through angry cat. Back to child's pose. Lift up into angry cat. Into cobra. Rounding that spine through angry cat. And of course, as always, if you find that you want to sink into one position for a little bit longer, go for it. All right, 5 more here. Just taking your time. Breathing in through angry cat, out through cobra and child's pose. We'll do 2 more and then we'll all meet back in child's pose. And last one. Sinking back into child's pose when you're done. Reaching those hands as far forward as you can. We'll lift up onto our hands and knees, bringing our right hand behind our head. Elbow comes up to the ceiling, and then we just bring our elbow to elbow. Lift, elbow to elbow. Lift, elbow to elbow. Five more, and then we'll swap sides. Three, 2, looking up to the ceiling. And the last one, let's swap sides now. Bring the left hand behind the head. We lift, elbow to elbow. Lift, elbow to elbow. Lift, elbow to elbow. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Bringing those hands back down. We're going to lift the right hand up to the ceiling and thread the needle through, resting the arm fully down onto the mat. Lift and thread. Remember, our gaze is going to follow those fingertips the whole time. Getting that arm down onto the mat so you can stretch out through the shoulder. 5 more. Beautiful, that's it. 3, 2, and last one, and thread. Let's swap sides. Left hand lifts, open up through the chest, and we thread. Lift and thread. Lift and thread. Resting that arm down onto the mat, and our gaze follows the fingertips the whole time. Lift and thread. 3 more. 2. And last one. Lift and thread. Let's push back into child's pose. That nice long stretch. We're going to slowly walk the fingertips forward, lifting the bum up. Just think about dropping that chest down towards the mat. You can place your forehead down here if you'd like. Let's take our left hand first, feed it under the right, and we're going to look out to those fingertips. And we're going to hold here for 20 seconds. Holding for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's swap sides. Right hand now feeds through. Look to those fingertips. Still think about dropping the chest down. We'll hold for 20 seconds. Beautiful, that's it. Holding for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching both hands forward, sliding your bum back down towards the heels, and we'll go into our swan, placing one hand on top of the other. You need to stay low or come up high or do a bit of both. Let's really think about those shapes our spine is making. So as we bring the hands in towards the knees, we're rounding the spine. As the arms come up to the T, we're looking up to the ceiling. Big butterfly with those arms. As we drop back down, push the hands forward, sinking back into child's pose. Bring the hands closer to the knees, lifting up, arms out to the T. Big butterfly back down into the pond, sinking down. Really, you're trying to reach those fingertips as far forward as you can and lifting up. So we're trying to get as much range of motion through the spine as possible. So as we dive down, chin comes to chest, rounding the spine, sinking down. As we come back up, we're rounding chin to chest, and then gaze goes up to the ceiling as the arms come out. Just continue here, finding your own pace and rhythm. We're going to go for another 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds to go. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's just finish off this last one, diving back down, sinking into child's pose, separating those hands. All right, let's cross the feet over, walk the hands back. We're just coming onto our bum into spine stretch. All right, take those legs out as wide as you can here. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine, toes pointed up, hands in front, chin to chest, round, push forward. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. If you need to pop a pillow under your bum, go for it, or take a bend in the knees. 1, 2, 3, back up tall. With each pulse, let's see if we can get those fingertips just a little bit further. Got 5 more, and then we're going to do our hold. 4, 3, 2 more. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Sitting back up tall. All right, now we're going to think about dropping those elbows down towards the mat here. So you can bend those hands in, place the hands down, and then drop the elbows down towards the mat. Don't stress if they don't get anywhere close, that's okay. We're just the feeling of dropping them down. If that's quite uncomfortable and you feel like you'd like to pop a little bit of support with a pillow under your forearms, go for it. All right, we're going to be holding for about 30 seconds here. Try and keep those toes pointed up to the ceiling. That's it, 15 seconds to go. With each breath out, see if you can drop a little bit closer down towards the mat. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Beautiful. Bring those legs in together now. We're going to place our right foot into the side of the left leg. All right, let's sit up nice and tall through the spine here. And then we're going to bring our chin to chest as we round through the spine, dropping the torso down over the left leg. Now from here, if you would like to, you can hold onto the leg wherever you can get to. You can hold your toes, your ankle, your calf, your thigh. And we're just going to think about dropping further down towards that leg with our torso. So you can use those hands just to help drag us down a little bit further. With each breath out, that's the point where you want to think about dropping down, okay? So as you breathe in, inhale, and then as you breathe out, we see if we can drop a little bit deeper. Keep holding here, doing well. We've got 30 seconds to go. Each breath out, try and drop a little bit deeper. I've got 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back up tall. Let's swap those legs. So bring that left leg, pop that foot into the side of the right. Sitting up nice and tall, and let's slowly round the spine, chin to chest, dropping our torso over the right leg. Again, you can hold on to wherever you can on the leg, whether it's ankle, toes, calf or thigh. And just think about dropping the front of your t-shirt further down towards the leg. With each breath out, that's when we think about dropping further down. "30 seconds to go here. Each breath out, see if you can get that little bit deeper. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly restacking the spine. Bringing both legs out long. We're going to bring the right foot now. Place it over the left leg. And then we're going to twist around to the left. So we're going to look over our left shoulder, and then we can just hook the arm onto the knee here. Just pushing your arm into the knee to help get you a little bit further to the wall behind. Keep holding here. We've got 20 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back around. Let's swap sides. So left foot into the mat, place it over the right. And we're going to turn and look to the other side. Got 20 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back around. All right. Now from here, we're going to place our right foot back up and over. Then we're going to twist the other way. So this time, we're going to hook the arm and look around to the right. Beth, other way. So bring your yeah, that's it. So left hand is going to hook onto the right knee and then look over the shoulder. Yeah, beautiful. So I know I'm probably confused with this one. Holding here for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back around. Left foot goes over the right. And this time we hook that right hand on, look over the left shoulder. And we'll hold for another 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take both legs long. All right, we're going to grab hold of the right ankle. Now, if you can't get the right ankle anywhere on the leg is fine. We're going to sit up into our V-sit. From here, we think about knee in towards our nose. Okay, so we want to keep our head where it is. We're just focusing on moving the leg in and out. Beautiful. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We walk or slide the hands down the leg as we drop the spine down onto the mat. Bring the hands behind the leg, under the knee, interlace those hands, and then we drop the leg down and lift. So drop the toes down and lift them up to the ceiling. Drop them down and lifting up. Beautiful. Keep going here. Alright, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg long, and we're going to drop those toes down towards our nose and then point. Down towards our nose and point. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the knee into the chest now. Bring the hands over the top of the leg. We're going to open up to the right. So right knee drops out to the right, opening up through the hips. Now, depending on what you feel most comfortable, you can hold with both hands or just with the right hand. Keeping that left leg glued down into the mat. 30 seconds to go. Now 10 seconds. We're going to go over the body in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing the knee with your other hand, rolling over. See if you can drop that leg down towards the ground. Now from here, you can either keep your gaze straight up to the ceiling or see if you can start to take your gaze off to the right. And we're going to be holding here for a little bit longer. Each breath out, see if you can just sink a little bit more into that twist with the spine. So either thinking about or thinking about both, dropping the knee further down towards the mat if it's not touching the mat yet. If it is, then we're thinking about dropping the shoulder further down towards the mat. I've got 20 seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. We're going to get back up into our V-sit. So bring your hands to the leg, walk up, and drop that leg down. And hopefully it's a few inches longer than the other leg now. All right, let's grab hold of our ankle or anywhere on the leg, the opposite leg. Let's lift. Think about bringing that knee in towards your nose. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk or slide those hands down the leg as you drop your spine down onto the mat, bringing the hands behind the back of the leg. From here we bend and extend. Bend and extend. Bend and extend. Keep going here. Bend and extend. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg long. Let's think about dropping the toes down towards the nose and point. Down towards the nose and point. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulling the knee into the chest, bring the hands over the top of the leg. And then we're going to drop that knee out to the left, so opening up through the hips, either holding with both hands or just with the left hand. Beautiful. Let's hold here. Holding for another 20 seconds. And 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hand to your knee. Pull that knee over the body. From here, let's see if we can get that knee down towards the mat. Gaze is either staying looking up to the ceiling or off to the left. And then from here, with each breath out, we're just going to try and get a little bit more into that twist. So if your knee isn't down on the mat yet, each breath out, we're going to think about that knee dropping a little bit further down. Now, if your knee is down on the mat, we're going to think about that shoulder dropping down. Beautiful, doing really well here. We're going to hold for another 30 seconds. With each breath out, just allowing the knee and the opposite shoulder just to drop down. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling back over onto your back. Bringing your hands to the leg, and we're going to walk back up the leg, back up into our V-sit. Drop that leg back down. Beautiful. All right, let's roll back down onto the mat now. So bring our hands out in front, rounding the spine, dropping down onto the mat. We're going to place both feet into the ground, pushing the back of the waistband down and then letting the light in. Push the light out, let the light in. Push the light out, let the light in. We're going to go for our 3 hip bridges. Now the aim of the game with these hip bridges is we really want to stretch the hip flexors. So we are going to be working the glutes. We're going to really squeeze those glutes to get the hips up as high as we can. All right, let's push the light out, rolling the hips up. Squeeze those glutes, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, and then slowly rolling back down. Allowing every part of your shirt to come down onto the mat, and then let that light in. Push the light out, lifting up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then roll back down. Nice and slow. All right, last one here. Push the light out. Lifting the hips up. Get those hips up as high as you can up to the ceiling. And then roll back down, dropping the t-shirt all the way down onto the mat. And letting the light in right at the very end. Let's take our feet further apart, rocking the knees down to one side, down to the other. You can bring your hands out a little bit further here. And then start to look over the opposite shoulder to where your knees are going. See if you can get those knees just a little bit further down to the mat for 3 each side. 2. And last ones each side. All right, walking those feet back in together now. We're going to roll over towards the camera. So the hand that's closest to the camera comes out to the side, lift the other arm up to the ceiling, and we're going to roll over, keeping a nice bend in those knees. All right, let's do our arm circles from here. So remember, with those arm circles, we want to get that hand, I'm just going to move further back, over the other hand. So reaching over. We lift the arm up, back behind, and around, back down past the waistband. Biggest circles you've got here. Of course, if you need to draw those circles with your elbow, go for it. Beautiful, keep going here. Okay, in 5, we're going to reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse that circle now. Back the other direction. Beautiful. That's it. Biggest circles you've got. Reaching that hand over, back, up and around, over the fingertips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last ones. All right, from here, we're going to support our head with our hand. Taking the top leg long, bring your other hand up behind your head. We kick forward, we're going to look up towards the ceiling. And then we kick back, look through to the floor. Kicking forward, look up, kick back, looking forward. So again, we're just working on that spine twist and getting that movement happening through the spine. Kicking forward, look up, kick back, look forward. Just finding your own pace and your own rhythm here. All right, we'll go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, each way. All right, from here, bend both knees up. Again, we're going to bring that bottom arm out in front. We're going to lift the top arm up to the ceiling and straight back to see if you can rest both shoulders down onto the ground here. Keeping your knees bent off to the side, looking up to the ceiling, or you can look off to the left fingertips. Well, the opposite fingertips, depending on which way you're facing. We're just going to hold for another 30 seconds here. Let's take a few deep breaths into the belly. And as you breathe out, just relaxing all of the muscles through your neck, shoulders, and your arms. Deep breath into the belly, expanding the belly full of air. And breathing out. One more deep breath in. Into the belly, expand the belly full of air, and then breathing all of that air. We're going to lift the knees back up to the ceiling, and we're going to roll straight over onto the other side. If you're happy to face away from the camera, just roll straight over, or if you want to face to the camera, just turning yourself around. I'll just get you set up here and then I'll turn around to face the camera. So we're rolling all the way over. Deep bend in both knees, taking the arm back behind, circling back down past the waistband and around. Biggest circles you've got here. Beautiful, that's it. Keep circling with that arm. Of course, if you'd like to bend the elbow and draw the circles with your elbow, go for it. for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more big circle, and then we'll reverse. Alright, reversing that circle now, down past the waistband, up and around. Alright, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, biggest circle you've got. Beautiful. From here, we're going to support our head with our hand. Take our other hand up behind our head. Top leg goes long. Kicking forward, looking up. And kicking back, looking forward. Kicking forward, looking up to the sky. Kick back, looking forward. And just finding your own pace and your own rhythm. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Let's bring those both legs in, tucking the knees. Arm comes out in front. We're going to lift that arm up to the ceiling and then straight back behind, just opening up through the chest. Resting both arms down onto the mat, if you can, of course. If you're getting that lift through the shoulder, you can always pop the pillow there. And our gaze is either going straight up to the ceiling or over the opposite shoulder away from the knees. Alright, let's start to take those deep belly breaths now, just stretching out the diaphragm. So we're going to breathe into the belly, expand the belly full of air, and breathing out. Breathing in, expanding the belly, and out. And just keep going here, breathing deep into the belly. Each breath out, just allowing the shoulders to relax, the arms and the neck. One more deep breath into the belly. And out. We're going to lift those knees back up towards the ceiling. Now either grabbing hold of one knee or both knees to rock yourself back up to a seated position. And then we'll just come into a zigzag sit. Doesn't matter which side you start with first. We're just going to be taking those arms out to a T, dropping down and rainbowing the arm over, and then back the other way. Rainbowing over and back the other way. To really try and sink into that side stretch as you reach over. Really feel that stretch down the side of the body and then go to the other side. Alright, in 3, 2, and 1 more. Swap those legs over. So we're coming back up. Swapping around. Arms come back out to a T, and let's continue. Dropping down, a rainbow. Let's really sink into that stretch, and then back the other way. Finding that stretch, and then back the other way. Alright. In a moment, we're going to bring both hands off to the side that you can get your forearm down onto. And then we're going to be pushing back into child's pose. In 3, 2, and 1. Bringing both hands over, flip over onto the knees, pushing back into child's pose. We're just going to work our way back up to standing to finish off with a few roll downs. Tuck the toes, pike, walk the hands to the feet, and slowly restack the spine as you stand back up tall, lifting the arms up and overhead, interlacing the fingers, push the palms up. Once more here, let's butterfly the arms down, chin to chest, round through the spine, all the way down. And then restack it back up tall, interlacing those fingers, push the palms up at the top. And then once you're done, butterfly the hands back down by your side. And we're all done for the day. Give those shoulders a nice little roll out here if you'd like to as well.